Hello there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your October 2023 reading. I'm Lou and I'm so glad you're here with me. Let's begin this reading with Wedge-tailed Eagle, Higher Realms. Very interesting. So we're in Libra season this month, okay? And Libra season represents your 11th house. Now this Libra season is heightened. It's a heightened energy because of the eclipses. So we're in eclipse season as well. Now we are in this process of transitioning this year between the Scorpio Taurus eclipse and into the Aries Libra eclipse. Now this eclipse is a solar eclipse happening in Libra. It's the first solar eclipse in this eclipse cycle, in this next eclipse cycle. And then at the end of the month on the 28th, we will have a lunar eclipse in Taurus. That will be the last eclipse in the Taurus Scorpio eclipse cycle. So there's a little bit of transition energy. We get a little taste of what's to come in the new eclipse cycle in your 11th house. Now the energy this month is really positive for progression in your work environment, for progression to do with work, money, career, meaningful, purposeful work as well. So there may be some obstacles that come up there, but also there's solutions, and there's powerful solutions, particularly at the end of the month in terms of your work and your lifestyle and work environment. So this is a really awesome time to look for solutions, as the wedge-tailed eagle is indicating, soaring over the top of any obstacles or any possible problems that you may be having in that space and finding a solution from the biggest perspective, which is what you're so good at, Sagittarius, okay? Now in the 11th house, what we're looking at is it can be your personal goals, okay, or the resources that is required for you to attain your personal goals, your career goals, your life goals, your big goals for yourself. So oftentimes this is people. This can be like networks of people. It can be people in your work environment. It can be friends. So some of you are going to be working on friendships, working with your friends or connecting with people that in your community, creating friendships. And friendships are going to be really important, or it can be people to do with work, like networks to do with work as well, that can help you and support you to reach these goals, reach new heights. Wedge-tailed eagle, right? So like I said, there's this opportunity to reach new heights within your work environment, and the people that are involved are going to be really important for you this month. So you're coming into the reading as the Page of Swords. Very curious energy, a learner type energy. I really like that for you too. If you can remain open, remain curious, remain open to having those kinds of conversations with people, remembering people are going to be important this month for you. The people you work with, the people in your social situation, your social connections, people within your community are going to be important too. So there may be conversations coming up, or there may be inspirations. You may have had ideas, as well as another possibility for you, Sagittarius, is that there's been an idea, you've had an idea sparked. We did just have the Mercury retrograde in your 10th house. So that happened last month, and Mercury is moving forward, moving into Libra on the 5th, but as Mercury moves over that cusp, you can start to see the results of that retrograde in your life. So that Mercury retrograde in your 10th house, it was encouraging, it was inviting you to consider, to reflect on your work, reflect on your career, or what you do for meaningful, purposeful work, whether that's like being involved in a family, or being involved in an organization or an institute or something like that, okay? Whatever you do, whatever's personal to you, there was time to reflect and look at that, and to like collaborate and have new ideas and a new perspective and new thoughts around that. So that may be coming up for you this month to actually integrate, to embed that in your life, to do something, to take action on that with this Page of Swords energy. So it's fresh, it's new. Page of Swords is about learning something new. There may be something that you need to learn so that you can reach new heights in your career life. There may be conversations you need to have as well. There may be people you need to talk to. There may be people you need to incorporate, to include in order to get this off the ground. And the universe needs you to be very logical this month, to be very clear-headed. The King of Swords, that is this Libra energy, this Libra season, and the King of Swords is a card of Libra, so it's utilizing that kind of mindset, being fair, being creating equilibrium, creating harmony. I think that you could earn a lot of respect in your career, in your work life, or in your family life. If you're applying this energy to your family, you could earn a lot of respect by being fair and being logical and rational. So the universe is needing you to use your mind, to use your brain, to work through to work through anything that comes up for you, to keep a level head. The King of Swords is the master of his thoughts. He's the master of his mental faculties, okay? So he is therefore the master of his creation, because we create life through our thoughts. We create life through thinking, and combining that with our emotions and our actions as well. So being logical, being rational, looking at the bigger picture is really important here, Sagittarius. Looking at it with an eagle eye, the eagle eye view of the situation, and applying that energy, which is something you're so good at as a Sagittarius. But if you can apply that, I think there will be a lot of respect that flows to you through that, is what I'm hearing for you, Sagittarius. We do have on October the 9th, Venus is going to move into Virgo, and that is your 10th house. So Venus is moving into your house of career as well. So another amplification of that aspect of your life. And Venus really brings in harmony, brings in balance. It brings in fairness and ease in your relationship. So again, the people in your life, in your work environment, are going to be important, and they're going to have a lot of respect for you, because Venus helps you to be more harmonious with other people in the way that you relate. So people may be attracted to you in terms of your energy. They may really like your energy, and they may want to work with you because of that Venus component. So utilize that to get to inspire people, to encourage people, to get people on your side, to get them on the bandwagon, so you can get these things moving. The environment may feel a little bit conflicting. So I do pick that up for you in the astrology as well. There is like a nice healthy balance between obstacles and solutions. So there's blessings in that situation. There's a lot of harmonious energy, but there's also a lot of conflict. And so with the Five of Swords here, this is what's coming up, this conflict. It may be conflict in the work environment that you need to rise above with the eagle here, to look at it from a higher perspective and to apply some of this fairness, some of this logic and rationality, to be able to brainstorm it out, work it out with other people. If there's conflict that comes up, particularly with that eclipse on the 14th, in your work environment, in your friendships, in your community, there may be some sort of conflict that comes up where that could sabotage you. There's a possibility with the Five of Swords that you are sabotaging yourself. This may even be internal. It might not even be external with other people. So looking out for that conflict. We'll get some more cards to clarify. We have the Four of Coins and the Five of Coins. Interesting. I think there's going to be some conversations that need to be had around finances or around resources or possessions. If this is a work situation, it could be the resources of the company, the finances of the company. There may be difficult conversations around that. It may be within your family environment that you need to have these conversations around finances and around the channels of where finances are going and where finances are coming in from. Okay, there's not really any astrology to support that other than the Pluto. On the 11th, Pluto moves direct. That's in your second house. So Pluto has been in retrograde and has been activating the second house, which is the house of your money and your resources. As it moves forward, there's this possibility that something might happen, you know, something like may disrupt your finances. There could be improvements, but usually with Pluto, you know, there's like Pluto's the planet of death and rebirth, so there's this like burning down and then being reborn. So there's like a teething process that happens in that, right? There's an adjustments that need to be made. So the Four of Coins is this need to hold on to and cling on to money or resources or keep your energy tight. But there's discussions that need to be had. There's other people involved in this. The Five of Coins does imply that there's some sort of poverty mindset, and that doesn't have to be poverty in money. It could be like just poverty in energy, poverty in, or just having this like mindset of lack. Okay, maybe coming from the conflict. There may be this inner conflict of what you're trying to achieve and seeing it from a higher perspective, and then what's actually physically possible in the real world, in the environment, what resources you actually physically have access to. This needs to be looked at, and this needs to be revised, okay? We are moving into Scorpio season, and so even Mars will move into Scorpio on the 12th of October. Scorpio represents your 12th house, and so things may grind to a halt when that happens, especially with Mars there. The energy can start to drop. So there's like there's less energy to go into things. There's more need to reserve your energy. Four of Coins, to really reserve and hold back. Mercury will move into Scorpio on the 22nd, and then the Sun on the 24th. And so this, by the end of the month, there'll be a need to pull back and restore. Like really restore your energy. So whatever happens at the beginning of the month with your networks may burn you out. And that may be where this conflict comes from. That may be where this lack comes from. If it's too much, if you're being too challenged, if there's too many expectations on you, you could burn out, Sagittarius. And so you may need to pull back from the world and spend some time on your own energy, on your own resources, and taking care of yourself at the end of the month. And we have the King of Cups. So yeah, definitely looking at your emotions at the end of the month, very important. We have on the 28th, okay, we have the lunar eclipse in Taurus. That's in your 6th house. It's the last eclipse in that cycle. So it's closing out that cycle, and it's giving you one final ending. It's shutting something down for good. That's to do with your lifestyle. Could be to do with your health too. So this burnout could end up affecting your health if you're not careful, if you don't. And that may be why you need to pull back and really tend to yourself. What I do like about the King of Cups and the King of Swords is that they are kings, right? So they are masters of their domain, and they're coming in the upright position. So you have the ability to really take that initiative, take that mastery, anything that you've mastered, and utilize that to overcome these obstacles. I love the 10 of Coins on the bottom of the deck. It does show me that this is not permanent. The 4 of Coins, 5 of Coins is a hiccup. So anything that you are experiencing that is deficient in your life, where there is a lack of resources, a lack of money, a lack of wealth, or a lack of belief in the abundance of something or in the success of something, it is just a mindset, because the 10 of Coins is the card of prosperity. It's the card of a feathered nest in this deck. You can see that is literally a feathered nest. So this is an opportunity to feather your nest in disguise. It's being disguised as this experience of lack. So it's a lesson, basically. It's a lesson in how to manage your energy and how to manage your resources and your money. With the King of Cups there is this need to manage your emotions in relation to this. So managing, self-regulating your emotions. If you have an emotion that is attached to that lack, that feeling of lack, it's a very uncomfortable feeling. This is something to tend to, and use your King of Cups energy to tend to your emotions, to uplift them out of 5 of Coins energy, out of poverty, scarcity, mindset energy, and move into the 10 of Coins energy, move into abundance and prosperity. This could be just a temporary setback that you experience, and once you've had that initial shock to the system and that initial lack moment, regroup, gather yourself, pick yourself back up and regroup and realign with prosperity and abundance, knowing that you are an infinite being with infinite resources at your disposal. You just need to tap into the emotion there. Caring about how you feel is going to really benefit you and really help you to tap into the emotions of prosperity and to shift this energy, because like I said, it's kind of balanced. The blessings, the harmonious energy, and the obstacles and the trouble is very balanced in the astrology this month. So it could go either way. It depends on you and how you engage in it. So you get to choose that. Okay, and the environment is reflecting to you equality and love, Morganite. Really interesting that we've had this really physical readings, very physical energy in the astrology, and then in comes this this card based on love. Now, this means opening your heart to creativity, using that creative force. So we've got a lot of information telling you to use your mind, use your logic, use your rationality, but there is this need to balance it out with the King of Cups. So we've got the King of Swords, the mind, the King of Cups, the heart, and this is what it's talking about, utilizing both of those energies to manifest, to moderate, to tap into the month, tap into the events that happen this month. So you will see that in your environment. If your environment is really easy and you're having a great time this month, everything's working and you're feeling very prosperous, great. You have tapped into your heart space, you've tapped into that feeling of love, and you're opening that up into developing and cultivating creativity, okay? If the opposite is true, if you're really struggling this month, your heart's closed, your creativity is shut off, and that's where you're struggling. So remember, I said Venus is moving into your 10th house. Venus requires you to feel that loving vibration, that creative vibration, in order for her to work. So if she's in your 10th house, you need to apply some loving energy to your career, to your work, your meaningful work, and what you're doing, to your empire that you're building for yourself. So how well you are going on that scale will be reflected back to you in your environment in the events that unfold for you this month. So I'm going to draw 2 cards from the surrender deck because of the eclipses. They'll be more important to look at surrendering this month. So we have surrender defensiveness, and surrender stress. Like I said, this burnout, there is the potential to burn out, to overdo it, to overindulge, to take on too much work, to take on too much pressure. And that can lead, that's a result of stress, right? If we're stressed, then we burn out. So take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. When we move into the 12th house, okay, at the end of the month, and the 12th house, 6th house axis is all about health and well-being. So your health, how healthy your body is, how healthy your mind is, your emotions, your spirituality will be under the microscope for the end of the month, and particularly around that eclipse in the on the 28th in your 6th house. The 6th house is your house of health. So if you're very stressed, if you're really pushing yourself, if you're burning the candle at both ends, this could impact your health. So being aware of that, making sure that you prioritize some decompression, some time to decompress. That's what the 12th house asks for you. It asks you to take some time out to decompress, to let go of stress, to feel, to ease your body, ease your mind. And surrendering defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. And like I said, that's what the universe is needing from you this month with the King of Swords. Needing you to be logical, needing you to be fair, needing you to be rational and to be balanced and harmonious. To be to have a less reactive response to people is going to be really important for you this month, Sagittarius. Okay, and we have make gentleness a habit. Again, that's that being less reactive, being less defensive, tapping into your heart space, tapping into love, tapping into harmonious energy, tapping into your emotional space, right? This may be a challenge for you this month, especially if you're feeling really stressed. Oftentimes when we are stressed, we can get very testy, we can get very snappy, we can be mean, really, to the people in our environment, the people around us, the people we're interacting with every single day can become quite irritating. Okay, if that's your experience this month, there's a need for gentleness. There's a need to be more easy, more gentle on yourself, first of all, to recognize that's a sign of stress, recognize it's a sign of overdoing it, and release that into softness and ease. Okay, that is your reading, Sagittarius, for this month. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate your time. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for subscribing to my channel as well. That really helps me. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. Take care.